It's a red, but it's not very big. I think it's red. Oh, that wind is something else. He's getting really close. All right. That was pretty funny. I had a big old wad of grass coming in with that lure, and I just let it lay beside him. I kind of gave it a couple of twitches. I don't know if y'all could see the end of my rod, but and I seen he gobbled it up, grass and all. Oh, guys, I don't. I had a real rough start to my getting in the boat. I got a little too confident in this boat, and although it is a stable boat, it is not like my old native was, and I stepped off on top of it. I don't know if I'll put some of the footage in or not. I just lost my balance, and it's not a big deal, and I flipped her over and crawled back in it. But I think I dropped my hook outs, my good old hook outs my uncle gave me, old stainless steel hook outs. I know exactly where I'm at though, and I actually am a metal detector guy too. I've got several metal detectors. I will bring one of them back out if I can't find it after a while when I go back. It was right beside where I started there, so anyway. But long story short is, if we get a deep hook, I don't know if I'll be able to get it out. This one's not deep. Hey feller, what were you doing? You sure looked a lot littler up there. Man, this is a new little hole I seen on the map. I decided, well, I'll try it. And I know you guys can't see. That's always a problem with me in this camera, but let's just see here. It's 24.5 inches. Well, we're gonna let you go, guy. If you're going. Well, if you're not gonna go, I was not gonna let you go, but you know, because I just got out here and I don't know what today's gonna bring. I want to take one home with me. Well, you had the opportunity to go if you would have just went. So, all right, guys, we're just gonna keep cruising around in these little holes here and see what else we can run across. I have a feeling we're gonna run out of water. It was really hard. I came into a little cut from here and got in here. Had to get out of the kayak and walk it till I got into water deep enough to float the kayak, and just made that little circle. Spooked about one redfish, and then I got up here and then, you know, saw these work in this little cut. According to the map, that little hole right there doesn't go nowhere, so that one kind of works back into the area where I fished before. So I don't think I'll be able to get there unless it's deeper. That's what I'm having to do now on these lower tides. I know we're talking a lot, but this is kind of might help you guys out too. I don't know, but you know, on these low tide days that we've had pretty much all summer, I don't know where our tide is at. It hadn't been this way for 2 summers I fished. I hadn't had a problem with this much low tide, and this year it's just, you just can't get a normal tide. It's always low. For us over here, maybe all the water's pushed up where you're at. Let me know if you got high tides where you're at. It's got to be somewhere. So anyway, but what I'm saying is, I'm trying to find the deeper spots and the deeper holes back in these marshes, and the only way you find that is just get out there and go. And even if you have to pull and wade through some shallow parts, and then you keep it in the back of your mind where those deeper spots are, so on your super low tide days like today, sounded like a redfish, but I couldn't see him. He was too fast for me. But anyway, we're going to try to go through that cut and just kind of remember where the deeper spots are, and I may end up having to go back out and fish the front out there in the open water where everybody else fishes. And if that's the case, I think there'll be fish out there, because all these fish gotta push out. You got a few of these guys like this one. I mean, he's not real thick, but he's a nice fish anyway. He's well good enough for the table. So all right, let's move on to the next one. All right guys, there's 1, 2, 3 redfish. The biggest one's further away, but I'm afraid we better work on something closer first. And that'd be a good idea. Well, that was what I was after. I was after this first one. Oh. Well now. He might be bigger than I think. He is. He's a little bigger. Of course, you couldn't tell just what was sticking out of the grass. Oh yeah. Well, they've been really far apart lately. So I'm happy to get this rascal. Yeah, still fishing with that morning glory. And there's not much water right here. Oh man, look at him taking some drag. Oh yeah, I got here where there's just just barely enough water to float the boat. In fact, there was places I had to drag the boat around because it was ran out of water. But well, that's all part of it. Oh yeah, man, that is something right there, guys. He's a good one. Yeah, he's a good one. I gotta say, I'm still think that morning glory might be my next go-to bait, but it's hard to tell. You get out here in this where it's just there's one of them, but you get out here and you just don't know. But oh, that's a good fish right there, guys. Beautiful fish. Beautiful, beautiful guy. Oh yeah. Let's see how head. He's almost 25 inches. Wow, guys. Let's take a look at you. Get you up here. Camera eyeball, that rascal. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna go to the next one. We'll see you in a bit. Alright. Not bad, guys. Been lost for about 15 minutes, maybe 20, or more. Man, you could do that in this swamp. And I finally found, and I was fixing to go way back the other. Whoa, wow, he's got some pull to him. I was fixing to go way back around where I started. I said, well, this ditch goes this other way, let me turn. And I turned, and then boom, showed right up into this main ditch, and I know where I'm at now. And this guy, while I was still looking at my GPS, making sure it was attracting the ditch that I'm thinking it was, because they all look alike. Sure enough, and then I saw him come off the bank. I guess y'all saw him too, probably, but man, come over here, guy. Come on in. Yes, sir. That is a good fish. Good fish, good fish, good fish. Oh, yeah. Nice. Morning glory. Oh, wow, that probably got on the camera, guys. Well, y'all let me know. I'll check it here in a second, but he says, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna throw some water on you anyway. Giving me a toothache. Oh, feller. Yeah, he's a toughie. He is a toughie. All right. Gotta always remember to lean my head down. It's hard to figure this camera out. I mean, if I've adjusted on my cap to where it works most of the time, well, then it doesn't work, you know, right here in the boat. 23. But if, you know, I think I have it set about right to where you can see out where I'm casting, and I think that's most important. Get down here in the boat, well, you guys know what happens once it gets in the boat. So, all right, one more good look at this fish, and we're gonna go to the next one. All right, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, let's go and see if we can find something else. All right, see you in a bit. Does he know he's even hooked? Oh. He knows now. He said, I got a little sting in my upper jaw. It could be lower jaw. I don't know what's going on here. But then, what's this guy? Yeah. Well, see guys, how quick I gotta grab this rod and give it a throw. I mentioned the other day that, you know, spinning reels are not my go-to reel, because in that instance, I mean, if you're really good and quick, I guess you could get it all down. Now, if you're used to them, I sure believe you probably could flip it open and get it that quick. But man, sometimes seconds matter. I mean, I was within a few feet of him, another probably 3 or 4 seconds, and the deal would have been done. He would have done caught up. He would have figured out, hey, something's up. But as soon as I seen that tail raise up out of the water, you know, hey, I grabbed my rod with just instinct. That's how, if you fish enough in your kayak and you have your rod handy, like I do, I always have it to where it's always right there. I mean, you just, you know, I don't even have to look or think. You can just reach and grab it and fire. I don't have one on, I mean, I'm not going to put it in the camera, but about maybe 5 minutes ago, just right there, right behind me, a fish swam by me, and I reached and grabbed, and I chunked, and it was wrapped around the end of my rod. And well, everybody knows how that kind of work goes, how that story ends. All right, guys, this is another nice one here. Okay, dope. All right, 22. That's a good eating one right there, guys. All right, everybody get a real good look at him, and then we're gonna go to the next one. All right, let me get on quickly to the next one. All right, guys, I just want to thank y'all for coming out today. We had a rough start, like I said in the first clip, but good news is I did find my hookouts, and so nothing lost. Luckily my camera didn't go under. I just kind of bloop, and I looked back at the footage, it didn't look so good, so I'm not putting it in. I mean, it wasn't really nothing to see, you know, you just see water. Luckily the camera didn't go under or didn't get wet. So anyway, it was all good. Caught a few fish, and can't ask for more than that. So hope y'all are having a good day. Hope y'all are out getting after them, and just want to say God bless, and we will see y'all next time.